In this video, we will go over Form 9 of the pension application. If you are not eligible for insurance, please skip ahead to the timestamp shown on the screen. Form 9 is titled Retiree Health and Welfare Coverage Application. This is the form where you elect whether or not you're going to continue your insurance coverage through Local 265 when you retire. In order to be eligible for insurance, you need to have been eligible under the welfare plan for at least 18 out of the last 20 benefit quarters prior to your date of retirement. You may also be eligible if you were covered under our plan for the last 10 benefit quarters, plus have at least 10 years of prior service in the jurisdiction of Smart Local 265. If you want to enroll in retiree insurance, you're going to check the yes box here. If you do not want to enroll in the retiree coverage, you would check no and move on to page 2. Please note that you must begin your retiree insurance coverage as soon as your active insurance coverage ends. You are not able to delay your coverage to a later time. Under Section A here, you're going to check who you will be covering under the plan, whether it's just yourself, you and a spouse, you and dependents, or you, a spouse and dependents. Now, although you need to take the retiree insurance as soon as your active coverage ends, you are able to delay your coverage for your spouse and or your dependents if they have other health care coverage. If you do decide to delay coverage for your spouse or dependents, please make sure that you enroll them in the retiree insurance within 30 days of when they lose their other insurance coverage. If you want to delay your eligibility for your spouse or dependents, you would not only check one of the 4 boxes up here, but you would also check this box here. In Section B, you will provide your spouse's name and their information, their employer name, and their insurance information if applicable, and you will also list your dependent's name down here. If you have additional dependents, please list them on the back of the form or on a separate sheet of paper. You're going to write the total number of people that you are covering, including yourself. So if you're going to cover you, your spouse, and 2 children, you're going to write 4 on this line here. On page 2 in Section C, this is where you will elect whether or not you're going to deduct your dues payments from your monthly pension benefit. The retiree dues are $17 per month. You must pay your union dues in order to get the subsidized insurance rates for your retiree insurance. You have the option of deducting it from your local 265 pension, your national pension, or you can continue to pay yourself. If you would like to have it withheld from your local 265 pension, you're going to check this box here. If you do decide to withhold it from your local 265 pension, please make sure that you do not elect to withhold it from your national pension. You only need to withhold it from one pension. If you do not want to have the retiree dues deducted from your pension, you would check this box here. In Section D, you're going to indicate whether or not you are on our weekly loss of time benefit. If you are currently receiving the weekly loss of time benefit or the short-term disability, please note that these payments must end before your effective date. You are not able to collect your loss of time benefit and your pension benefit. Section E mentions what you need to do when you are eligible for Medicare. You need to make sure that you apply within 3 to 6 months prior to your eligibility for Medicare to make sure that you sign up on time. Once you are on Medicare, you will no longer be covered under the Local 265 welfare plan. Please make sure you send in a copy of your Medicare card to the fund office as soon as possible to prevent any claim overpayments. Section F is regarding how you're going to pay for your retiree insurance. If you still have a SASME balance, you are able to use SASME to make your self-payments. You are able to have that automatically sent to the fund office, but you must set that up with SASME directly after you retire. It does take SASME about 90 days to process your application, so if your active insurance runs out prior to them processing your application, you may have to send in a self-payment in the meantime, and then you can submit your receipt to SASME for reimbursement. Once SASME processes your application, you are able to set up that automatic self-payment. If you do not want to use SASME, and if your pension benefit is large enough, then your self-pay would automatically be deducted from your monthly pension benefit. If your pension benefit is not big enough, then you are required to send in a check to the fund office for your coverage. At the bottom of the page, you and your spouse will write your name, sign it, and date the form.